Hey everyone, and welcome to day 2 of my horror movie review marathon, and I've got your Gothika movie review. An esteemed psychiatrist gets to experience life like one of her patients after she is accused of murder she can't remember committing. Can she find out the truth before time runs out? As far as the story goes, it is just an average day at work for one woman who is well liked by the women's psych ward staff until one night she comes across a woman standing in the middle of the road who went completely nuts on her. But everything goes downhill when they cut to her being now in the very facility she worked for, as a patient. You see how frightened the situation gets, and it is a mystery of supernatural proportions that has to be unraveled. It is quite a concept that would make one fear being in this location. So as far as the casting goes, you've got Halle Berry, who plays Dr. Miranda Gray in a role where she is tested, poked, and prodded beyond anything she has ever experienced after the murder of her husband. This is a very physical and psychologically challenging role that I think she pulls off pretty well. One scene, she appears to be most vulnerable, and you feel sorry for her after having to now get acclimated to the new environment, and I found it believable when she struggles to have anyone trust her, especially her now former colleagues, since she is on the brink of truly going insane. However, there are a few moments in the film where her acting was overdone. Robert Downey Jr. is also in this movie in one of the first roles I had ever seen him in, and he plays a doctor who works at this psych ward, and he comes off as a professional yet sympathetic character who tries to help Miranda, yet is skeptical about what she says is going on with her. You also have Penelope Cruz, who plays a patient Chloe, who's got this interesting backstory, and you're trying to figure out what's going on with her, and she is a very believable character as well, despite people looking at her like she's crazy. And you know what she says? You can't trust someone who thinks you're crazy. Damn right. With some minor roles in this movie, John Carroll Lynch plays the sheriff and a friend of Miranda's husband, who is in your face and intimidating, and he pulls it off nicely. And you also have Bernard Hill, who also had an excellent role in this movie as well. The things that I liked about this movie was that right off the bat, you're hearing the eerie music, and it's really creepy, and I think it fits well with this movie. And you've got all of that camera work that really made the tension of this film stand out. Like if you're anywhere near water, or there's flashing lights that look sort of Star Trek-y, at least in solitary confinement, and circling someone and really getting up close and in their face. Now, you also have the supernatural antagonist in this movie who is always a creepy element, especially when she pops up on screen. Even at times, you have to use suspension of disbelief to think, okay, is this even all possible? Oh, and FYI, solitary confinement is not a place you want to be trapped in with a ghost. Just saying. But unfortunately, the things that I didn't really like about this movie was that some things about this film were kind of cheesy. I mean, this movie did come out in 2003, had me laughing, and that's not necessarily a good thing, especially for a horror film. While the first hour flowed nicely, I felt like the last parts of the film were rushed, and I don't know if they were just trying to move the story along a little bit more and really get to the bottom of what the whole movie was all about. So overall, I would say I did get quite scared a few times while watching this movie, and I've seen it several times, so I feel like once you see it, the element of surprise is gone. So I would still recommend seeing this movie, even though at times it can be dated, but I still think it will be scary for those who might be first-time watchers. And I would give this 3.5 hearts on the heart rate scale. So let me know in the comments what you guys thought of Gothika, and come back tomorrow for day 3 of my horror movie review marathon. And as always, you guys can subscribe to my channel. I've got more movie reviews, movie updates coming your week for a Chill Thursday video. You guys can also like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter, and I will see you guys later.